Hi, thanks for using my court coach. I'm Sarah and I'll be your instructor today as we talk about the summons for a joinder, also known as Form FL-375. As with all our court forms, you want to start off with filling in your identifying case caption information at the top. This form is just a little bit different in that you also want to include the name of the third party that's being joined where it states claimant. This is a form that has different instructions depending on the type of joinder you're seeking. If it's a joinder for an interested third party, such as someone that may have an interest in property that is to be divided by the family court in your case, or maybe has some sort of visitation or custody rights, then this form would be filed after the third party has been determined to be joined. And then that party has 30 days to file a response to the joinder. On the other hand, if this is a joinder for an employee benefit plan, then this form gets filed at the same time as the other forms related to the joinder of the benefit plan. And those are the FL-372, the request for joinder of the employee benefit plan, the FL-370, which is the pleading on joinder of an employee benefit plan. And it would also be served on that third party with a blank FL-374 notice of appearance by employee benefit plan for that employee benefit plan to then fill out and file. So we want to start off by first indicating the parties that are being served with this. It's going to be the opposing party as well as the claimant. And then you're going to list the name of the claimant below. If it is an employee benefit plan, you're going to mark box 2 as well. And then the item 3, you need to identify what type of person is being served, either they're an individual or on behalf of a company. And then item C, again, if it's an employee benefit plan, you would mark the box that says FC 262 or any of these other options if they apply, if it's some sort of corporation or a minor, perhaps another. So whatever it is, you're going to mark the box of that describes best the identity of the third party. Next, you're going to indicate if it was served, if this was served by personal delivery. Otherwise, you can leave that blank. Your process server is going to fill out the second page once the service has been done of the summons. Your process server needs to be someone that's 18 or above and not a party to the case. Item number 1, they're going to mark the boxes that identify the documents that were served. And again, what those documents are depends on the type of joinder that this is. And then 1B, they're going to list the party that was served or the name of the party, and then how that service was done, whether it was on the party or claimant or if it was on someone else. And that really applies to perhaps substituted service, which we'll get into below. Item 1D, they're going to indicate if it was personally served or served by mail, and if personally served, was that at home or business, the date of the service, time of the service, address, and then if by mail, the date of the service and where it was served. So manner of service, your processor needs to indicate if this was personally served or served by substituted service. You can see below there's different definitions of what substituted service is for service on a corporation versus service on a individual or natural person. If it was by mail and acknowledgement of service, then you need to attach a completed acknowledgement of receipt to this form. If it was by certified mail, then you need to attach the signed return receipt. If it was any other method, maybe, the person being served authorized email service, for instance, indicate that and then attach that agreement here too, or any other documents that you think are pertinent to show that this was proper service. Again, page 1, we had you describe what sort of claimant this is, or give a description for the type of claimant this is. So just copy that same information over here in item 3. And your process server is then going to indicate if they received a fee for the service, and if so, what that was in item number 5. And then item 6, they're going to indicate what type of process server they are. Either if it's a friend or family member, probably a not registered process server. It could be a registered process server. 6C is for attorneys, and or it could be a sheriff or marshal, which process server then marked 6D. They're going to also list their name, address, and telephone number in item E. They're going to sign and date at the bottom and list where this was, what county this was signed in. If it's a California sheriff or marshal, they will sign and date to the right of the form. And then this is going to be your proof of service for the summons. I hope you found this helpful. Good luck.